Our Earth has existed in this space for millions of years. During this time, many creatures ruled the Earth from time to time. But among all, human civilization was the only civilization that was successful in developing itself completely with time. We all know the form of man that we see today. It was not like this in the beginning. The story of human evolution began about 2 million years ago, when Homo sapiens and chimpanzees separated from each other. However, chimpanzees are seen as the first ancestors of humans, but it took millions of years for us to evolve. And in the meantime, there have been many ancestors of the human species, about which you may not know. Today's video tells the story of the birth of humans and our ancient ancestors. The beginning of human evolution. About 2 million years ago, unusual fruit-eating monkeys developed in Africa. These creatures that jumped on trees used to survive by eating fruits. Their sizes used to be quite different from each other, because they belonged to different species like mammoths and gorillas. These creatures who made their home on the trees had nothing to do with the activities happening on the surface. They walked on 4 legs. Their upper and lower limbs were of equal size. Of these sky monkeys, avasas are found in North Africa, through which we get to know their physical structure. Occasions tell. The brains of these creatures were very small and simple. Besides, their teeth were also quite small, which means that in ancient times, these creatures lived in a normal way. Well, this was the beginning of this creature on Earth. Many research studies show this. 1 million years ago, the drop in Earth's temperature affected the forests of Africa. Due to this, they had to come down from the tree and make their home on the ground. Due to this, these creatures would have had to walk on 2 legs. Due to this, our ancestor Ardipithecus ramidus came into existence. However, our ancestors were able to evolve from ape monkeys into Ardipithecus. He managed to walk on 2 legs, but there was not much change in their type. The legs of these creatures were still the same as before. But due to important changes in the special arc, it started running well. But this is a different matter. The gait of Ardipithecus was quite different from that of humans. Fossils show that the hands of these creatures were up to their knees, and Angulia was a cross between half humans and Avs, because half the features matched humans. Even after walking on 2 legs, he did not want to leave his tree nest. Therefore, they must have been climbing the tree using 2 hands. Ardipithecus was much like a cross between humans and aves, because half of their fears matched those of humans, while the rest fear abs. And as the number of trees kept decreasing in the forests of Africa, savanna developed, and with that, a new species arrived in Africa, which was named Australopithecus, and these soon evolved to take up residence in their new home. Their gait was very similar to that of humans. These animals had learned to live in groups, and he became adept at covering distances of several kilometers. And as far as food is concerned, these creatures knew how to eat and distribute everything. Australopithecus learned to live together very easily, so that he can help himself in trouble. Apart from this, a new curiosity to know and understand all things developed in these living beings. Occasions tell. The brain structure of those creatures was similar to that of aves. At first glance, it is difficult to detect human qualities in them, but after looking carefully, we came to know. The size of their brain was larger than that of Ardipithecus, and the same Australopithecus kept changing with time, and 3 lakh years ago, the first species of humans arrived on this earth. Scientists named this species Homo habilis. The brain of Homo habilis started functioning better than before, and its weight was about 700 grams. Homo habilis was the first organism to belong to our genus, who had learned to use their hands. This was the first species on Earth who made stones using hands, and this creature used weapons made from stones for hunting. And we did it to protect ourselves from other animals. You can understand. Homo habilis had learned to use the brain like humans. However, until now, his scope of thinking was limited. But one thing has to be accepted. Our ancestors were already quite developed. The life of the tree was quite easy, but traveling was also a center of attraction for humans. Perhaps in this spirit, Homo habilis was not limited to the forests of Africa only, and kept moving forward. However, it was difficult to survive on one's own in this world. But his sharp mind was enough to solve every problem. However, the structure of the bones of Homo habilis was somewhat similar to that of Australopithecus, but the brain part was developing like humans. So friends, this was the story of becoming a human from a monkey. Friends, to see more such videos, subscribe to Planet Adventure.